hour. You end the 11th hour often with this. It's called the Nightcap. It's a brilliant group of panelists. You guys like debate a hot topic issue, and so since you have no BS analysis, we thought we'd play our version of the Nightcap. So I'll give you a feud from this year, and you're going to decide who wins it. And if you don't, you could drink my drink, but I think you're going to give your opinion. Okay. First up, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. Who wins?
That's not even a question.
Kendrick.
I mean, Kendrick crushed him.
Crushed it.
The fact
the
that he's about to go on tour and have a Father's Day special in Toronto, like you have to just stop
Also, the Super Bowl, he's going to perform the diss track in front of like 100 million
Drake,
people.
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
he
so
lost
sorry.
It. Okay, next up, Chappell Roan versus the paparazzi.
All right.
Okay. Very contentious.
Chappell Roan.
Okay.
Chappell Roan is a young woman, and I get it.
Yeah.
She's a superstar, but she has been thrust in. I mean, like when you watch videos of her, like 3 years ago at like a state fair with like an electric piano, and now here she is.
Yeah.
I think we're looking at her and we're mad at her at this moment, but I would say, think about Lindsay Lohan and Miley Cyrus and Britney and Amanda Bynes, who were thrust into the spotlight at a young age, and it broke them.
Yeah.
And you know, some of them, obviously Miley is unbelievable, were resilient, but it's so damaging, and she's had the good sense to say, you know what, I need some space for a second here.
No, what, she yelled at him? Yeah. No, I agree, I totally agree. Okay, next up, Martha Stewart versus Anna Garten. This has been heating up. This is kind of the feud of the century, maybe.
Okay, I just want to say this.
Yes. I know you've history with Martha.
The morning after the election, like we were on TV till 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like laying in bed, my phone's blowing up. I'm just like, ugh. My best friend texts me, and she writes, I stayed up. She didn't say I watched you. She goes, I stayed up and I watched the Martha doc. And she said, that bitch's best friend outed her to the feds.
Yeah.
And she said, I want you to know, if I had to, I'd eat your husband's body.
That's a girl's girl.
100%.
That's a girl's girl.
Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Martha is like a full boss, original boss, badass
HBIC.
bitch. But a bitch nonetheless.
Emphasis on the beat.
Nonetheless, Ina was like, I couldn't stand this broad from day one, and now I don't have to deal with her because she's in jail. But she never liked her.
Right, she never
so
liked
this
her.
like this is a new beef, but Martha coming out the other side.
I love it. Snoop Dogg's her best friend. It's great.
When you see her at the Kevin Hart roast, where the whole place had to be like, what's Granny doing here? And she gets up there. I mean,
awesome.
all the credit. All the credit.
Okay,
I mean, the
Martha.
documentary.
It's great. I know. I mean, how
But Martha, you cheated on your husband. He didn't know. Forget that. You're like.
Wait, also, we'll move on, but one of my mortal enemies is James Comey, who will never know peace as long as I live, and how the fact that he screwed her over. What's with him
wasn't
with blonde
ready for
women
that.
and screwing their whole careers?
I mean, she went to jail for no reason.
Okay, moving on. So I've heard you're a Housewives fan.
Oh,
So
I am.
this, you know, Bronwyn's having a killer freshman season. So her versus Heather, whose side are we?
Okay, I'm super impressed by Bronwyn's season
Amazing.
1. And
Amazing.
especially because I love everything she wears, but what I really love, she pays for everything she wears.
Damn straight.
Right? None of those, like, that's sort of the problem with the whole, like, housewife universe right now. It's been so Instagrammed and marketed. All these broads from, like, the second it starts are just shilling products,
Right.
selling gear. And, like, this one is sleeping with a full grandpa.
Yeah.
And in exchange,
Yes.
she's the best dressed woman ever.
Best dress.
Yes.
I love it. He's collecting snow globes, and she's like, I'm spending thousands of dollars of
And
this
I'm
money.
here for it.
And
I'm here
she
for
is
it.
so ruthless in the best way. She's here for it.
Christian Siriano said she's his favorite because she pays full price for his gear.
Damn straight.
All these other bitches, what are you lending me for free? And then those outfits are covered in orange
Oh my God.
spray tan
I know,
after.
Meredith
He's done
Marks
with them.
branding, whatever. She's done sell another candle. Okay, so the Roni Bieber was
No.
We're done.
No.
So you're with the people.
I mean, like,
we're
the
over
Real
it.
Housewife reboot couldn't be worse. They couldn't be
And
less
he really
interesting.
defends it. I know.
They
that's
couldn't
so-
be less interesting, have less interesting lives, less interesting jobs. Like, if you're not bringing back Luann,
Who is?
even Ramona,
Yeah. Well, controversial.
Sonia.
Okay.
I don't need
well,
Bethany
also,
back.
No, Bethany.
I don't need
she's,
Bethany
She's
back.
hawking Maybelline products on TikTok. Whatever.
You know
she's
what
fine.
it is? Like 2 years ago, I would have said, like, my God, Bethany is on top of the world. She currently has a hot take on every single possible thing.
It's so annoying.
And so I just don't know that she could exist
No.
in a housewife universe anymore. She's just hot taking it every
Yeah.
second. But like, I need Luann.
Look, this woman here is my mother. Dorinda is my mother. Hence my martini. I'll have 4 more later. I agree with you. I think these.
No, how you can't love Dorinda more than Sonia.
Oh, I love Dorinda more.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Naked, nice.
Wow.
Not well, bitch. 100%.
Yes.
Okay, and then that was it. Stephnaie Ruhle, thank you so much for doing this. Ending on Housewives who wish her day. Thank you so much. Stephnaie Ruhle, everyone. This is so many issues. We talked about healthcare and then ended with Real Housewives. Okay, this is my show.
Lucas.